Hi, everybody. So I'm Katie from the Smartfrog group, and I'm the CMO of the Smartfrog group. And today, I would like to talk about how to build a hyper-growth, consumer-centric IoT business. So I would like to show you how we are actually doing it. But first of all, I would like to introduce you to our mission statement. So at Smartfrog, we transform the latest technologies into easy-to-use and into mass-market friendly, affordable solutions. With our solutions, we would like to transform the lives of everyone into more affordable, more secure, and a more comfortable way. So Smartfrog was founded back in 2014. And in 2015, we actually launched our first product. And let me see where we are today. So today, we're able to achieve a compounded annual growth rate in MRR of more than 500%. We were also able to acquire 1 million IoT users globally in more than 187 different countries. And we achieved a gross margin of over 60%. So in our industry, those are significant numbers. And I want to show you now why those are significant numbers. So if we take a look at the market penetration, you can see that only 3% of the entire smart home security market are captured so far. That's globally. So that means that we have a $500 billion opportunity open for grabs. 97% of this market is still free for grabs. But let's not stop here. If we take it one step further and take a look at the overall smart home market globally, we have only a very low market penetration so far of 8%. That means 92% of the market is still wide open and also available to be captured. That means we have a $1 trillion opportunity. And this is actually why we are in this market. So I would like to show you 3 different drivers of growth. First of all, we would need a market that is in the growth phase. So checkbox. Our market at the moment is already transitioning slowly into the growth phase. But that's not all. In order to address this market volume, you would need a consumer-centric software-as-a-service business model. And in order to build such a business model and also to manage it, you would need something that we call the full-stack approach. And this is basically an end-to-end controlled value chain. Now, I would like to elaborate a little bit more on each one of those single growth drivers. So as I already mentioned, our market at the moment is at an inflection point. We believe that within the next 10 years, almost every household will have a smart home security system installed. And we also believe that within the next 20 years, almost everything in your household will be smart. So following this trend and pioneering this trend, we wanted to introduce a complete smart home solution, which is the Canary Pro all-in-one. So this device is not only a smart home security camera with a built-in siren, but it also has temperature, humidity, and also air quality sensors built in. So that's a complete solution, and we have this already in more than half of our US households so far. But as I mentioned, that's not the only solution. So let's not focus on hardware or devices, because in order to really address this market, we need to build a consumer-centric software-as-a-service business model. Why do we have to build it? Because our value proposition should be driven not by devices, but by software and by services only. Why is that? Because consumers are looking for useful solutions. They are looking for an easy solution that they can plug and play. They are looking for a solution that is affordable. And they are also looking for solutions that are safe. So this SaaS approach, our SaaS business model, helped us to bridge the chasm and helped us also to achieve hypergrowth. And we were able to transition from the early market into the mainstream market. Now, having that business model, you need what we call the full stack approach in order to really manage and execute it. Let's take a look what that means. Full stack approach, as I mentioned, is an end-to-end controlled value chain. So that means you should not only have scalable cloud solutions, as well as software and apps, as well as embedded software and dedicated hardware, but you would also need an integrated marketing platform, you will need a full e-commerce system, you need to deal with fulfillment, you need to build an in-house CRM, and you also have to deal with compliance globally. So that's exactly what we did. We built this full-stack IoT platform. And this allows us and enables us to offer user-centric, dedicated solutions across different product verticals. And as in every business, we know the unit economics must work. So the beauty of this full-stack approach is that it also allows us to manage our unit economics, which are mainly driven by appropriate customer lifetime values, by high gross margins, and by low customer acquisition costs. Now, we decided back in 2014 to go and introduce as a first vertical security and surveillance. Why is that? That's very simple, because security matters to everyone. Everybody has something to protect. And also, according to various studies, people are also already ready to pay for it, which is important. So, unlike our peers, we decided, as I already mentioned, not to focus on hardware and devices, but we built a business model that is purely focused on SaaS, software as a service. And we are offering both freemium and premium subscriptions that are coming with a dedicated hardware optional included, but only to enable our services. And also, we decided to go for direct channels. So we are mainly offering our service solutions via our direct channel, which means through our own online shops. Of course, as well, we are also available in every known e-and retailers, and we also build, in addition to that, strong partnerships. For instance, with utilities, with telcos, or well-known and established insurance companies. Why is that? Because we can leverage on their existing customer base. So now, once you become a well-known brand and you're already in the home, you have a competitive advantage that you can use. So once you start building the reach, you can upsell to your existing customer and user base and start introducing further verticals, such as smart home sensors or healthcare appliance, as well as elderly care, and many more. So doing that, you will scale and further gradually collect reach, as well as start to collect vast amounts of data. And by doing that, you will build your reach up, and you will start building up your data. And that gives you the opportunity to do more data-driven businesses and to also introduce to the market new marketing and advertising platform business models. You might remember Amazon also started with the books only as a first vertical, and it's all about focus. And then once they start building up their reach, they introduced the next verticals one by one and scaled their own platform. So I would say it's a good business model, and we all know where Amazon is today. So I was talking about 3 different growth drivers. And back in 2018, early 2018, we decided that we want to add a 4th growth driver. And this is accelerated growth by M&A, merger and acquisitions, of our peers. So the idea was that we can take their business models and their going-to-market strategies and just simply transform them by applying our going-to-market strategy, our full-stack approach, and our business model, and then transform their businesses by applying our expertise. And back in October 2018, we acquired Canary. We acquired the controlling interest in Canary. You might know that Canary is one of the category leaders in the United States. And Canary built a very strong brand recognition and is also an IoT pioneer in their industry. So Smartfrog and Canary are very complementary. Whereas Smartfrog was focusing on the European environment, Canary was building a market leadership position in the US environment. Saying that, we started to apply our business model to Canaries and started to transform their businesses. And while we were doing that, we were able to improve the unit economics of Canary significantly. Let's take a look. So we were able to achieve an uplift in sales so far, more than 70%. We were also able to achieve and higher the gross margin by more than 100%. And we were also getting an uplift of 15% in the customer lifetime value, which was mainly driven by CE. So Smartfrog will continue its rapid growth, both organically and by further going through our validated pipeline of M&A prospects. Thank you.